As you know, February is Black History Month, where we celebrate the contributions that Black Americans have made to our great country. Saturday was a celebration of one Black American who served the city of Van Alstyne. Lenore McKinney gave a presentation at the Van Alstyne City Library about her grandfather, Lynwood McKinney. He was the first Black city council member, but when it came to serving the city and his family, he was so much more.
I knew that he did a lot of different things, but as a child, you don't really understand. I knew, he would carry us along with different things that he would do, and we would watch him in action, but you don't really understand. And then as this Dave Henderson, as he did all this research and all these things came out, I was like, wow, he did quite a bit. So it's humbling.
Van Alstyne's Mayor Jim Atchison came out to enjoy the presentation and was impressed with the man Lynwood McKinney was.
I learned that while Mr. McKinney is actually known for serving on the city council, he did so many more things in our community that were probably an even bigger indication of his willingness to serve, his love for serving his fellow Van Alstyne citizen.
Lynwood McKinney was the leader of East Side Church of Christ, where he was available 24 hours a day for anyone who had a need. Lance Mutzman is Lynwood's great-grandson. He drove over from Flower Mound to hear more about his great-grandfather, who had a huge impact on his life.
I remember him always caring about me whenever we would visit. Any of us, me and my brother, we would come, and he always cared what we were going through at the time in our lives, whatever, if it was sports or anything extracurricular. Always asked about how our school was, made it seem like we were the most important person at the time. And he always had a lesson, seemed like he was always trying to teach us something every time we came out. And always strong. I remember him being very strong all the time.
It was the physical strength, the wisdom, and the leadership of his family that is still bearing fruit, echoing through the generations.
Absolutely, 100%. So the relationship that my immediate family had with my mom, dad, and my brother, I really do believe that my mom learned so much of that just from, her grandfather. And then being an entrepreneur, obviously, like he was, I'm a business owner now, and so I think it's all come down through the vine, and just extremely inspiring to know more about that from him.
Judy Kimsey, the director of the Van Alstyne Public Library, says his influence helped make Van Alstyne what it is today.
Yes, very much so. The McKinney family has been a factor in Van Alstyne history, mover and shakers for literally generations, and this presentation was a fantastic example of that.
Misty Terry is the Adult Services Librarian who planned this event at the library, including recording it for those who couldn't attend.
It was Judy had the contact and sent information over to me, and we've got all this planned. We've got the whole thing live streamed, and we've saved it.
The presentation is available on their Facebook page. A link is in the description of this video, or if you're watching on Facebook, I've tagged the Van Alstyne Public Library in this post. Run, don't walk to watch this presentation of Lynwood McKinney, whose legacy is still an example for all of us who love this city we call home. Lenore McKinney says her grandfather's greatness came from his relationship with God.
I remember him during his final days on this earth and being in his bed, and he would lay there and he led song, and you'd see his hand moving because he was singing and leading songs, and that was where his heart was, his relationship with God and how important that was to him. That relationship with God is the thread through it all. That's the thread that really tied everything together.
Reporting from the Van Alstyne Public Library for the City of Van Alstyne, I'm Mike Shaw.